All right, so today we're going to tackle a tool that a lot of us use, but maybe don't really get: Google Drive. We're going to break down what it is, how it actually works, and why it's such a game changer for, well, getting your work done without losing your mind.
Okay, let's just start with a feeling I bet every single one of us knows. That absolute pit in your stomach when you realize that tiny little USB stick, the one with your entire project on it, is just gone.
Or what about this one? You're at work and you desperately need a file that's sitting on your home computer. So what you do, you email it to yourself. We've all done it. It's clumsy, and suddenly you have a dozen different versions floating around. What a mess.
And these things aren't just small annoyances. They're all symptoms of a much bigger problem, which brings us to our first section here: the digital file mess. It's this state of digital chaos that for the longest time was just normal.
Ah, man, this probably looks painfully familiar to you. We have all seen a file named something like report_final_v2_really_final. We've all felt that sheer terror when you think your hard drive might have just died. And we've all asked that dreaded question, wait, which one is the latest version? This wasn't a system. It was basically just chaos and hope.
So what's the fix for all this madness? Well, that brings us right to section 2. We're going to introduce the solution, and a really simple way to think about it: a cabinet in the sky. Now, the super technical term for this solution is cloud storage. But when you read a definition like this one, data stored in logical pools on the cloud, your eyes just glaze over, right? What does that even mean? Yeah, let's just forget all that jargon for a second. Think of it like this: it is a magic filing cabinet in the sky. It's one single place where you keep all your stuff, and you can open it from anywhere, at any time. Simple as that.
And that right there, that magic filing cabinet, that is exactly what Google Drive is. It's a secure place for all your files, your documents, your photos, your videos, absolutely everything. And you can get to it from your phone, your tablet, or any computer on the planet. Thinking about it this way really unlocks its true potential. So, for our third section, let's just skip the boring old list of features, okay? Instead, let's talk about what you can actually do with it. We're going to call them your 3 superpowers.
The first, and honestly the most fundamental superpower, is kind of like a 3-for-1 deal. First, you can store pretty much any kind of file you can think of. Second, you can access it from anywhere you can get on the internet. And third, and this is huge, you'll never lose it because it's not trapped on one single device that can crash or get lost.
And the real secret sauce that makes this superpower work is syncing. When you change a file on your laptop, that change is automatically, and that word automatically is everything, updated on your phone, your tablet, everywhere. No more emailing files to yourself, ever again. But just keeping your own files safe and sound is only half the story. The next superpower, which we're diving into in section 4, is all about how you can work together smarter. This is a real game changer. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got the old way. It's pure chaos. Emails flying everywhere, nobody knows who has the final draft. But on the right, the Drive way, it's calm. Everyone is working on the exact same file. You can literally watch your teammates make edits in real time. There's no confusion because there's only one version, the latest one. And what's really incredible is that you don't even need any other fancy software. Drive has its own built-in apps: Docs for documents, Sheets for spreadsheets, and Slides for presentations that let you create and work together right there in your web browser. Okay, so this all brings up a really important question. If everyone's working in the same place, how do you control everything? Well, the answer puts all the power right back in your hands. Because the crucial point is, you decide who gets the keys to your files. You're the gatekeeper. And these are the keys you can hand out. It's so simple. You can make someone a viewer, which basically means they can look, but they can't touch. Or you can make them a commenter, so they can leave little notes and suggestions on the side without actually changing your work. Or you can give them editor access, which is full control to make any changes they need to. It's clear, it's simple, and it's incredibly powerful.
All right, this all sounds pretty amazing, but let's get practical for a minute. In our final section, number 5, we're going to cover the stuff you really need to know before you jump in.
First up, the big question. The price. Well, every single Google account comes with 15 gigabytes of storage, completely free. And let me tell you, that is a ton of space for documents and spreadsheets and photos. For most of us, that's more than enough to handle all our important stuff.
Now, just a few quick things to keep in mind. First, that 15 gigs of free space is shared between your Drive, your Gmail, and your Google Photos, so it all adds up. Second, Google's security is top-notch, but keeping your password strong, well, that's on you. And finally, remember that Magic Filing Cabinet needs an internet connection to work its magic and sync up all your files.
And getting started? Seriously, it could not be easier. You just go to drive.google.com, you sign in with the same Google account you already use for everything else, and that's it. You're in. You can just start dragging your files right in to upload them, or click that big New button to start creating something fresh.
So, we'll just leave you with this final thought. Your work, your ideas, your memories, all that stuff is important. It's valuable. So isn't it time it all had the secure, central home that it deserves? That really is the whole promise of Google Drive. Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and we'll catch you on the next one.